Believe it or not, it's that time of year again, time for your company's annual employee review process. But this year, instead of thinking about that annual review as a dreaded trip to the dentist's office, wouldn't it be great to have a game plan ready to get you through it all? Well, Better's finance and career expert, Maribel Aber, stopped by Better to tell us what we can all do to get ahead and control our career path by being proactive. It's all in today's Your Money. Well, Maribel, this is a timely topic. A lot of people are going through their annual review, a lot of people trying to hold on to their jobs, kind of an awkward situation at times, but you have to really prepare for the conversation, right?
You nailed it right there. It's all about preparation because you're having a conversation about yourself. You want it to be a two-way conversation, right?
Not a one-way.
And not a one-way, and you want to make sure that you have all the materials ready. So, right now companies are going through a review process. They usually start around November and it goes to January. And what happens there is you sit down with your manager and they give you your performance review and the salary and all this and that. But what you want to look at is how did the company do that past year, because that's what it's all about. You want to tie your progress to the achievement of the company's goals.
Okay, so like you said, you have to really be able to show all your achievements up front. Some people are better at showcasing than others are.
Yes.
But this isn't the time to be shy. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
Well, we'll cover that. There's 5 steps that I want to talk about just to help us, help folks just get prepared and not be so anxious.
You gotta have the materials ready. That's one of the main things, right?
That's number one. Have your materials ready. If you don't have like a little diary of how you've been doing throughout the year, pull out your old goals, look through them, look for emails, correspondence from clients, even your manager where they've talked about your review or your performance over the year. That's always great to put the kudos in there. And you want to tie these things directly to what's called revenue and cost reduction, because today companies are really looking at the bottom line.
That's what they want to see.
Absolutely.
Exactly. You also say, and I love this point, think like a marketing and PR person. You have to be, right?
You have to, and this is for all of the people out there who aren't into bragging about themselves. This is not about this is how great I am. This is about focusing on how to market your achievements. And you start thinking like you're marketing your PR, you're doing a marketing PR effort for your efforts and not yourself. You think about it differently. And the other thing is helps, like I know I've had this happen before where people have come to me with a laundry list of everything they've ever done for the entire year. We're looking at thoughtful ways of bringing everything back to how the company performed.
Right, which brings us to our next point too, that you say be willing to be the idea person. In other words, I guess your manager doesn't really have an idea. They're not a mind reader. They don't know.
That's right. I mean, and think about it. Your manager has, I don't know how many employees they're managing. How could they possibly know what motivates you, what your career goals are? You want to come in, you're 2 steps ahead. If you can come in and say, this is what I'd like to work on next year. And this is how I want to contribute to the organization. So be willing to do that.
All right, this answers my next question too. Be tactful. It says no time to ask for a raise. I guess the answer is no, right?
Well, this is kind of it's a tactful time right now. What happens is companies probably already have budgeted for whether or not you're going to get a raise. So you'll know when you have that conversation. But this is a great time to be talking about the next 6 months, the next 12 months, how to be planning forward. And think about things beyond just, hey, I want a raise. Think about, other incentives. Would you like a title change? Maybe get an office instead of a cubicle, stock options, vacation, just things that'll help you make your life better and your career better, that it's not so focused on just a raise.
And last but not least, you also say leave the door open. Ask them, can we talk a little bit more about this?
You do have to leave the door open because, gosh, a lot of times you're anxious because that's the first time you've seen your boss and gosh knows how long, right?
Especially in that setting, too.
Exactly. So I say, set up maybe once a quarter, maybe even 6 months, but make it separate from your staff meetings. Make it really about, okay, I just want to let you know how I'm doing. Am I on point to achieve this goal for furthering my career?
Great. Thank you so much, Maribel. Good to talk to you again.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
And if you have any financial questions that you'd like Maribel to answer, just email her at askmaribel@bettertv.com.